WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me here on 2 News Now on this whimsical Wednesday. I know you guys like that. I did too. I hope you have your pink on. Today is January 21st. I'm your host, Alexis Bellamy. Across from me is 2 News anchor Caleb Michael. Caleb, happy Wednesday to you.
Hey, happy Wednesday to you, Alexis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. You're not in pink. We will excuse it for today.
I have pink.
What's the pink for?
Are you
On Wednesdays,
serious?
you wear pink.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink. We've been wearing pink since 2000. Okay.
I don't work on
have
Wednesdays.
I don't have time to educate my meteorologist and my co-anchor today. We're going to jump right into your top stories, starting things out with an update on a developing story from overnight and throughout this morning. A man who spent hours barricaded in a house in Fairborn is now in police custody. The barricade started last night and ended earlier this morning when police finally got that man to walk out of the house. That's some of the video that you're seeing here. They then conducted an hours-long search at the home with officers. That's exactly what's happening here. Now, this is a story that 2 News reporter Avery Feldman has been working on all morning long. In fact, she'll be on in just a couple of minutes to break down what we know so far. Caleb.
Yeah, more than 30 people at a Kettering apartment complex are hoping to return home today after a fire. This happened off of Scarsdale Drive about 7 Tuesday night. You can see the video here, those flames getting pretty large. Neighbors told us that they started smelling the smoke about 6:40. Within a couple of hours, the building was engulfed in flames, which is what we're seeing here. One neighbor said firefighters were initially trying to keep it from spreading by aiming hoses at neighboring buildings that were starting to catch fire. Others said they saw the flames, grabbed what they could, and just got out. Officials think the fire started on the first floor of one of the townhome units. A firefighter and one bystander were evaluated for their injuries.
Yeah, those flames were huge, and the aftermath is even more devastating there. And 33 animals are now at the Humane Society of Greater Dayton after being taken out of a home on Friday. The Humane Society says the animals were living in what they are calling overwhelming and heartbreaking conditions. This is exactly here on your screen now. 31 cats, 1 dog, and a possum were confined to cramped cages and surrounded by their own feces. We're told the cats were found in a separate storage unit like this one here, and they were also in cages. The homeowner has been identified as Gail Lebrock, and she was arraigned on several charges, including animal cruelty. She'll be back in court on February 18th, and that home where these animals were found has been condemned by the city of Dayton.
Well, the campaign to repeal Ohio's new law regulating the use of marijuana hit a snag as Attorney General Dave Yost rejected the campaign's ballot petition summary. Repeal organizers still believe they'll get a measure on the November ballot to undo parts of Ohio's new marijuana regulation law. Ohioans for Cannabis Choice say the law defies the will of voters. Now, this includes a ban on intoxicating hemp products and restricts the use of the drug in public spaces. Repeal campaign organizers say they have about 2 months to get 250,000 signatures in order to put the law on hold and get their referendum on the ballot.
And finally, a drum roll, please. This grand opening has been talked about. People are so excited, at least here at the station and I know everywhere else. But an opening date has been set for that Buc-ee's that's in Huber Heights. Now, starting on April 6th at 6 a.m., Buc-ee's will officially be open for business. I mean, round of applause there. Construction is expected to be complete by the beginning of March, and City Council is also considering creating a tax district around the Buc-ee's development to maximize revenue for the city. Council is expected to vote on that during the regular meeting on Monday. All right,
People are excited.
That's where I was getting to.
I have family in Columbus that were asking me about this.
About
They're
this
talking about taking the
Buc-ee's?
trip down. Yeah. Everywhere.
Wait,
Everybody's
have
talking
you
about
been inside of one? Did I ask you that already?
No, I've not been to a Buc. Have you?
No.
Oh yeah, no, I've
But
not.
they're
I'm excited. I'm
huge.
excited as well. But they were just asking me, like, we know it's coming. We're gonna come down and see it.
People excited about camping out.
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay. Excited about camping out for the Buc-ee's opening?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Buc-ee's is big.
It's not new sneakers or a new dress. You know what? That's perfect, Cameron. Tell us what we can expect for when people want to start lining up. We know it's a little bit later down the line, but what are we dealing with right now? At this
Well, thankfully, it's not going to be opening here in the next couple of days because we are going to be seeing a cold weather and also the chance for some snow as we go into the weekend. Outside right now, though, it's a very cloudy one. All the snow is out of the area. We did have just a few isolated snow showers here in the morning hours, mainly in places like Clinton and Warren counties. But it's a windy one outside. Into the midday, we are seeing winds up to about 45 miles per hour in terms of those wind gusts. The wind chills are much better than yesterday. We were below 0, now right around 20 to 30 degrees outside. So a great day to get outside here before we do see a big cool down on the way as we go into the weekend. Temps right now in the mid-30s, 34 here in Dayton, 38 in Fairborn. We are going to track the chance for some snow later in the daytime, but thankfully, due to those temperatures going to be above freezing, we are not going to see any accumulation on the roads. And outside right now, it's all quiet in terms of snow. We're not seeing any here at the moment. We are tracking that big cool down and also the chance for some snow coming up on the complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
I mean, if we have to track the chance for some snow, I guess we can. You guys haven't had enough?
Well, here's the thing is, thankfully it's snow, because if not, there is a potential for a historic ice storm down south.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I was reading something about that. This
So
morning.
thankfully
Never
we're not
mind
getting the
then.
ice,
Power
because ice is much
outages,
worse
yeah.
than
Okay.
the snow.
And then
Yeah.
the roads too. Emergency crews can't get to where they need to be.
That is happening right now in Virginia. I think they're dealing with some of that. So you're right. Okay, fine. I take that back. Okay. We'll take the snow. Thank you, Cameron. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit. We are now looking ahead to our react to that question for this morning. We're looking ahead. The nominations for the Oscars are coming out this week, but before they are revealed, before you guys know who's up for what movie could win what, I'd like to hear from you guys. What movie would you like to see nominated for an Oscar? What film do you guys think really deserves it for this year? I mean, I have my favorites and, my expectations, but I want to know from you guys. Caleb, you shared yours earlier. You want to go again?
I think I'd like to see Sinners do well. I know you feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to see K-pop Demon Hunters do well, because we're going up, up, up. This is our moment.
What?
Oh, you don't know the song. Never mind.
Okay.
It's the song.
But speaking of songs, Wicked for Good. We're going to go on the opposite for a little bit. Wicked for Good, people think is going to get snubbed, and I really hope not, because that is my second. Why is that a good thing to you?
I'm listening.
I hope Wicked for Good doesn't get snubbed. There goes your K-pop Demon Hunters. But
Yeah.
we want to hear from you guys. Scan the QR code, get in on conversation. We'll get to those responses in just a little bit. But for now, we're running things back to our top story this morning. An hours-long standoff in Fairborn has come to a close, and one person is now in police custody. 2 News reporter Avery Feldman was in Fairborn while the standoff was taking place. She's here with us now to break down exactly what things were like at the scene there this morning. Avery, good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about what things were like when you were out there. It was really early, too.
Yeah, so we first got there around 4:30 in the morning, and police had already been there for a few hours. There were police, SWAT, and emergency vehicles on scene, and they had the whole road blocked off.
Now, Avery, when you first got there this morning, we were hearing reports about a person having warrants out for their arrest. What were you able to learn over the course of the morning?
Yeah, so we eventually got some of the info, and from the Fairborn police, they say that they were dispatched just after 9:30 and last night, actually, for a possible domestic dispute. And then when they arrived, there was a man barricaded inside. And then he, after a couple hours this morning, had left, it seemed like on his own accord, and he was arrested on new charges and also previous active charges.
So, Avery, you were out there watching all of this unfold. I'm sure other people were out there. Was anyone saying anything about what was happening? I mean, this was a really big scene.
Yeah, so I spoke to one of the neighbors, and they had said it's typically a quiet area, it's typically nice, and he's seen several people go in and out of the house. So we had done some research, and property records show that the house that this happened at was a rental property.
Come.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Avery, for that. And I know we'll be covering this all day, so we'll look for more later on at First at 4.
Well, the defense team for the man found guilty in the shooting death of an Uber driver has filed an appeal for a new trial. Last week, William Brock took the stand saying he was acting in self-defense after a scam call convinced him Lolita Hall was at his home to hurt or kill him. In the appeal, the defense claims the jury was not given proper instructions concerning Brock's self-defense claims and Hall's presence at Brock's home. Brock's sentencing, which was actually set for today, has been postponed because of the appeal.
And we also have some continuing coverage for you this morning. The Darke County Coroner's Office has identified 3 victims in a deadly crash last week. The Darke County Coroner's Office has identified the remaining victims. On Friday morning, a van pulling a trailer crossed that center line and hit a medical transport bus and another car. The 2 men that were inside of that van died at the scene have been identified as 19-year-old Joshua Armstrong and 18-year-old Carl Schletty. The driver of the medical bus was 63-year-old Chris Bemis. He also died. The crash, however, is still under investigation. All right, your time now is 11:11. We're going to take or 11:10 rather, almost 11:11. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we have a longer look at weather and a special guest to tell us about a great organization helping families right here at home. Don't go away.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. We are turning an eye now to that ever so looked out for the countdown to the 2026 Winter Olympics. You guys, we just have 16 days, a little over 2 weeks. That's how long we have until the torch is lit in Milan, signaling the beginning of the ultimate sporting challenge. The 2026 Winter Olympics kick off on February 6th to February 22nd. And of course, the Paralympics are up next. That's on March 6th to March 15th. Those events will happen in Milan and the mountain resort of Cortina. Both games, of course, when the time comes, can be watched right here on WDTN and WDTN+. We're turning our eye back now for a longer look at weather. We know the last time we talked to Cameron, he said we were looking at possible snow because we don't want an ice storm.
Yeah,
does sound like a nightmare.
that's what we don't want. The South could see an ice storm here as we go into the weekend, but maybe you could practice your skiing practice here as we go into the weekend as well, as we are going to see some chances of snow, so you can get out there and practice for the Olympic Games maybe in the future. But outside right now, you can see it's a very cloudy start to the day, and it's also windy. We're going to have gusts up to about 45 miles per hour here today. Temperature is up to about 38 up north, 39 in our northern counties, 40 in Troy and Greenville. Here in Dayton, about 42, 41 in Oxford, and 40 there in Eaton. Looking at wind chill here as we go into the daytime tomorrow, the good news is even though it's going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow, we're still going to have respectable wind chills into the teens, into the morning, and in the afternoon in the 20s. But going into Friday, look at that. The Arctic air is going to settle in here. We're going to have wind chills get below 0 as we go through the daytime on Friday. Live Doppler 2 HD. It's all quiet right now. We are going to have another chance for some snow late in the daytime as the sun goes down, but not expecting any accumulation because temperatures are going to be in the 40s here today and will be in the upper 30s as that snow moves in. Zooming out, low pressure off to the west. The main line of snow has already pushed through Wilmington, and that was really about the only area that got hit here in the Miami Valley. 34 currently in Dayton, 38 in Fairborn. And as we look long term, we could see a chance here in the afternoon of a few snow showers. But again, it will be more of a wintry mix as we go through the evening hours, as we are going to have those temperatures right around 40 degrees. And then as we head into the weekend, we are tracking an Arctic high, very strong one at that, 1,050 millibars for that high pressure that's building in from Canada. But we're also going to have a low pressure develop down to the south, and that's where they could see some high ice totals, places like northern Alabama and northern Mississippi. So we are tracking that, and as we head into your Saturday night going into Sunday, that's when we could potentially see the chance for some snow here. If this track is a little bit further to the north, that means that we'll see more snow. If it's further south, we'll see a little bit less snow. So right now, plan for at least some accumulation, a few inches at least as of right now, but we could see more in the weekend. 42 though here for the high today. We are going to see those winds gusting up to 45, cloudy, warm, and we will have a little bit of snow out there as we go into the evening hours. Early in the nighttime, we should see those move out of the area. 26 degrees here tonight, then 34 tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy. 7-day forecast. Highs getting down to 11 degrees over the weekend on Saturday. Overnight lows on Friday going to drop down to 0, and we'll stay right around that temperature as we go into the work week. 18 on Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, the fact that the snow was happening over the weekend, or like I'm just looking at that 0. I think my eyes just always go to like the worst thing on the screen.
I mean, if kids still play outside in the snow, then they'll be really
do
excited
they?
about this.
I don't think they do anymore.
I don't know. I used to.
Is it going to be enough
Kids
snow
still,
to
they
play?
still play outside.
They should be able
They
to.
do.
I
There's some
certainly
hills,
hope so.
like there's a hill in Kettering that, like Jamie says, her kids will go to, and they'll go
Oh, okay,
sledding down
so
the
at least
hill.
kids will enjoy it. All right, good to know. Thank you, Cameron. Well, the Dayton Art Institute will be holding a grand opening for the Sarah M. and Michelle Vance Waydell Gallery for Feminist Art. This sounds really fun. The nationally recognized collection focuses on feminist and socially engaged art. I love the sound of that. Now, it was gifted to the museum at the end of last year, and the gallery will open with Exploring Feminism on February 7th. So this is something that sounds right up my alley. The three-part exhibition will examine the origins, history, and the ongoing evolution of the feminist movement.
Okay.
I love the way that sounds.
Yeah,
That is
something to
do
get
next
out
month.
and do, definitely. Also, if you want a new spot to pick up some baked goods in Dayton, 5 Frenchies is getting ready to open their doors. The grand opening is happening Saturday, January 24th from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. at their location on Troy Street. The owner of the bakery tells us they've spent the past month perfecting their treats. They look pretty good, if you ask me. The first 50 people there will get a free glazed donut.
And we are keeping on that sweet track. If you have a sweet tooth, listen to this, or even if you like caffeine, maybe not Caleb's bag, but definitely mine. So coffee lovers living in Miamisburg will be excited to hear this. 7 Brew is officially opening at their location on North Springsboro Pike on Monday, February 23rd. So mark that down. This would make it the first 7 Brew in Montgomery County. The chain is best known for their variety of drinks like iced coffee, tea, and lemonade, of course. The company is continuing to look for more locations in our area.
Yeah, pretty popular spot.
I am excited about that. I will make that drive. Okay, 11:18 now, switching gears just for a second. Listen to this. The Beaver Creek Police Department hosted their Cram the Cruiser food drive over the weekend. Now, the goal of that drive was to fill the cruiser with as much food as they can to help support Feed the Creek. That's a group that works with the city school system. So this morning, Sharon Fulcher, Feed the Creek founder and executive director, is here to tell us a little bit more about how the donation drive went. Sharon, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So how was Saturday? How did that go? Did you guys make your goal?
Saturday was amazing, and yes, we made our goal. We filled 2 cruisers and the officer's truck. So that's
Wow.
more than we even had last year.
Oh, sorry, Caleb.
Oh, no, I was going to say, this is awesome. We've been talking about this for the last couple of days. When people are coming to donate, what are you telling them? How do they know to come do the event?
So just basically promotion on social media and letting all of our service clubs know about it, just getting the word out about this, this event.
Can you tell us a little bit about Feed the Creek and that organization and the work that it does in the community?
Yeah, Feed the Creek is a weekend food program for the kids here in Beaver Creek. The kids are identified through our counselors at each one of the schools, and that's how we get the food to them. And so it's a lot of kids that just don't have the food they need when they're not at the schools.
Sharon, I'm curious. I know this has been happening, for a number of years. What's the impact you all are able to have on the kids through doing this event and partnering with local organizations?
Yeah, so the impact has been the things that we can see very clearly is through our counselors letting us know that grades have improved, attendance improved, less fighting, more support. Even the communication between parents and teachers has improved just by those parents knowing they're not out there alone with their kids. It's opened a door for them to be able to communicate with their counselors and teachers even better.
So another question, when was Feed the Creek formed, and I guess how was the need for it identified?
So in 2010, I just began to wonder. I'd heard about other cities that were doing this kind of a thing, and I thought at first we're pretty lucky in Beaver Creek that we don't have this problem, but I couldn't get away from that idea. So I began to do research and trying to find out just what our situation was. And once I found out where we stood and realized that about 46% of our students were either on free and reduced meals, that was a shock to me to know that we had that many kids. So that was 2010, began to figure out how we were going to make this work. And so this is our 16th year now of serving these kids.
And congratulations on that. That is
16 years is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
So if people want to learn more about the group, the organization, and the work you guys do, where can they go? How do they get in touch with you?
So we have a website. We're also on Facebook, and they can find out our contact information that way.
Do you guys have another big event coming up anytime soon that you want to talk about?
Not until the spring.
Okay.
And then we have a couple of different ones that are coming up to help keep our pantries full.
Perfect.
Yeah, I gotta get through this weather first. It's cold
Yes.
outside. Sharon,
Yes.
thanks so much for the time.
Yes, thank you.
All right, it is 11:22 now. When we get back, we're taking a closer look at those React to That responses and what's coming up in Living Dayton. Don't go away.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody. We are diving directly into those React to That responses for this morning. Nominations for the Oscars come out this week. We want to know what you guys are excited about, what you think should win and should be on that list. Let's hear it. So Trevor says, I'm rooting for Marty Supreme. Timmy, Timmy basically has Best Actor locked, but I'd love to see it take Best Picture. Incredibly original, funny, emotional. Go see it on the big screen while you still can. I have not seen that.
Timmy is Timothy Chalamet. For
Yeah, I
anybody
know.
not
That was just
familiar.
that's just crazy. So casual. Is that, have you seen Marty Supreme?
I have not. I've heard really good things about it,
Me
though.
too. I might put it on my list. Okay, Trevor. And then Peyton says, one battle after another. Sinners, woo, of course we're happy about that. Marty Supreme again, and Weapons. I'm unfamiliar with Weapons, I think. I don't think I know that one. Do you? Weapons?
I'm not familiar with that one.
I don't either, but you guys have given us some to try, so that's great. Alrighty, we are going to turn now to what is coming up in Living a Dayton. But before we jump right into that, Emily, is there anything you would like to see? What are your
Well, I did see One Battle After Another. I think that's the best one out of all.
Is that what something you think? should
What,
be
and what is
nominated?
that one about?
That's with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yes.
Oh, and Tiana Taylor.
And Tiana Taylor.
Oh,
yes.
okay. I'm gonna go and see that one then.
Yes, it's really good.
All right. So, what can you tell us? What's coming up in Living Dayton today?
Yeah, so excited for today. So Fortis College is stopping by to give us some info on their upcoming event, Give Kids a Smile. So local kids can take advantage of some dental programs here in Centerville, in the city. So looking forward to that and getting
And
that
we're getting
word out.
cozy too, right? You can say that.
Yes, we can say we're getting cozy.
Okay.
So Cozy Melts is stopping by, and they're going to show us some really fun Valentine's Day crafts that you can take part in on this cold season, winter season.
Perfect.
And that'll be great for the holiday coming up. So
Perfect. And
Yeah.
we're talking some funds too, right? A little bit.
yes, we sure are. So Rosebud's Real Food is in the kitchen, and they're going to show us some big game appetizers, perfect for that game day. Everybody loves game day. It's a
Yep.
big event in my house, so I'm excited to see what they're having for us.
I, of course, am not a big game day person, but I'll always show up anywhere for some good eats.
Oh, that's right. You got to.
It's a whole event.
Okay, before we go, we're going to show you guys this cute video. Take a look at this. Caleb, talk
Aw.
about this adorable otter.
Oh, a tiny
so
otter
cute.
pup has been getting swimming lessons from its mom and dad at Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. Video here released by the zoo shows the tiny Asian small-clawed otter being guided into the water by its parents. At just 2 months old, this young swimmer has the best instructors right there to guide every splash. That's according to the zoo.
Yeah, Caleb, you say guide. Are you sure she's not
She
just
caused
shoving
it.
him in there?
I would
listen,
say
sometimes you gotta just.
You're right.
that's how my dad wanted
It's
to
sink,
teach
it's
us how
sink or
to
swim
swim.
sometimes. Like,
You're
you,
right.
gotta, you gotta just figure it out. And they're made to be in the water.
They are,
are.
but
Look,
it does not look
toss
like he
them in
wants
there,
to
yeah.
go. Is the
Because you can do
point.
this to dogs. You can throw dogs in the water, and they'll figure it
You're
out.
throwing Teddy into the pool.
Teddy doesn't
I'm
do
not going
water.
to throw my dog in the water.
Oh, see, you guys
Teddy-
both
Teddy
you
don't
just
do
said
water.
that. So you're not going to toss. You just said that.
No, but dogs naturally, like if you toss the dog in the water,
Yeah, they
would
call it the doggy paddle.
The doggy
for
paddle,
reason.
yeah.
Can you
Fun.
swim? Either of y'all?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't. I don't enjoy it.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
swimming.
no.
I'm
Yes,
not
I love
swimming.
swimming.
Don't even
Put
get
me in the water
started.
anytime.
Love that
Same
for y'all.
here. Look at us. All right, we're so happy we could leave you guys with that. Thank you for joining us for 2 News Now. I'm Alexis Bellamy with Caleb Michael, and we will see you guys tomorrow for what's coming up on Thursday. Have a good one.